Hi friends, welcome to my channel Maths Academy by DZ. Today we are going to continue. The chapter name is ITF and lecture number 3. Means already I have completed the two lectures in this topic ITF, means inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, so in those two classes just I have completed the introduction about the inverse trigonometric function. Okay, so what is the one function and what is onto function, what is bijective function, okay, what is the inverse function. So because of these all are required to define the inverse trigonometric function. Okay, suppose if you don't know what is one function, what is onto function, just watch the lecture number 2, you can understand there. Okay, so in this class I am going to continue what is the inverse trigonometric function. Okay, so directly I am going to take here what is inverse trigonometric function. Because of whatever the required introduction data is there, so I have completed in the first lecture and second lecture. Okay, so now I will take the graph of sine function. This is actually what the graph of sine function. Okay, y is equal to, I am going to write here what sine x. So graph of the sine function, suppose we are taking here r to r, means the graph of sine function I am going to take here what from r to r, means domain is r and codomain also what r. Okay, so now we are taking here the domain elements on x axis. Okay, so by taking all the real numbers on x axis here and all the real numbers again on y axis. Okay, so this is the graph of the sine function. We know that in the first PUC, means 11th standard also we have completed the graphs of the sine, cos, all the 6 trigonometric function. Okay, so now I am taking that graph here only. Okay, by taking the sine graph. Okay, so now from this I am going to define the inverse trigonometric function. Inverse trigonometric function. So what is the inverse trigonometric function means? Suppose if you are observing this graph. Okay, so now I will say this is the sine graph, all the real numbers on x axis, all the real numbers on y axis. So this is the one kind of graph we are observing. But by observing this graph here, whether you are going to say, sir, this is the function, the sine function, it is a 1 and onto and bijective function. Sir, suppose if you don't know the 1 and onto, just watch the lecture number 1, then only lecture number 1 and 2, then only you can watch the lecture number 3 here. Okay, so 1 is nothing but what? Different elements in set A having the different images in set B. Yes or no? Different elements in set A having the different images in set B. Yes. Okay, so like that, see, by taking the 0 degrees here, by putting in this sine 0 degrees value is what? 0, and sine pi value also giving what? 0. Yes or no? Means we are taking the different values but having the same result or not? Yes, the different 0 for the 0 degrees and the pi also having the same image. So that's why I will say at this position, by taking the domain here r, so we are not able to say this is the sine function, which is what? Which is not a 1 function. Okay, so that's why just I am making the little bit changes in this domain as well as in the codomain also. What is the codomain here? The codomain is r. Okay, suppose we are taking here, remember whether it is onto or not, we will check. So by observing all the values, by substituting in this sine function from the domain, okay, we are getting the ranges only in between -1 to 1. Yes or no? We are getting the ranges in between what? -1 to 1. Yes or no? By seeing the graph here, so just we are observing the graph which is lying in between -1 to 1. See there? Yes or no? So like this graph is going to form. Okay, so the range of this is the sine is always giving the in between -1 to 1. So we know that one thing here. What is the definition about the onto function? In the yesterday's class also I have covered. That is what? Range is equal to codomain. If you don't know this concept, please watch the second video, okay, about the ITF. Range is equal to codomain, then we can say the function is onto function. The range of this function, sine function, is in between -1 to 1. Yes or no? And whatever the codomain is, the codomain is r. So we will say here, I am going to write this is the range. Yes, this is the range I am taking here. Clearly I will write range is -1 to 1, What about the codomain? Codomain is R. Whether range equal to codomain here? No. So with these two are not equal. Yes or no? If range is not equal to codomain, then we can say it is not onto. Remember that. If range is not equal to codomain, the function is not onto. Means that's why what is going on in this means actually the sine function we are taking and what is that? The domain is here R and codomain also R. Then the function which is not 1 and onto. Okay. So to function sine function, it should be become a bijective function. Only we can define the inverse trigonometric function here. So that's why for the sine function we are going to restrict some the domain and codomain intervals. Okay, so that's why see in place of codomain just I am going to replace the range. What is that? -1 to 1. Yes, in place of codomain in the sine function we are going to write what? -1 to 1. So now I will say here definitely it will be a range equal to what? Again in place of codomain what I am going to write? -1 to 1. Yes. So now we will be say range is equal to codomain, then it is onto function. Okay. So we are going to restrict here the codomain is we are writing the what? -1 to 1. Okay. So then the function will be onto function. But still the function which is not a 1 1. Yes or no? Because of for the 0 degrees also giving the same 0, answer is 0. For the pi also giving the same answer is 0. For the 90 degrees also 1. For the 3 pi by 2 also what? Result is -1. For the pi by 2 again result is what? 1. See, for the same value, different values we are having the same result. For the pi by 2 and for the what? 5 pi by 2 having the same result. Okay, different values giving the same result. Okay, different having values having same image. Yes or no? So having the same image is nothing but remember it is not a 1 1. Okay, different values should be have the different images. Then only the function is 1 1 function. Yes. So that's why I am taking here. See, these all are the real numbers we are taking. Yes, which are should be in between -1 to 1, no doubt. But what is going on here means by taking the pi by 2, the result of pi by 2 is sin 90 is 1 and sin 5 pi by 2 also 1. Remember that. Yes, different values having the same image. Again, it is not a 1 1 function. Okay, so to form the sine function has a 1 1. Again, we have to restrict what the R has some interval we have to take. Which kind of interval we have to take? Which kind of branch we have to take about this to form the sine function has a 1 1 function. Okay, so that's why just I will write C here. So now I am going to take in between pi by 2 to C, pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Suppose we are taking in between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Just I will write here pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. We are taking the graph of this. See, this is the pi by 2 and this is what? 3 pi by 2. Clearly I will show that what is the difference is there and which kind of graph I am going to take here. Yes, this is the graph. Okay, if you are observing this graph, so in between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, in between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, by observing the graph here, definitely see the in between the result is we are having what? -1 to 1. Yes, in between the result is between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. So values are having what? Pi by 2 like pi. Okay, and 3 pi by 2. By substituting the values in between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, definitely what is going on here means giving the different values. So in between -1 to 1. Okay, for the 90 degrees, for the 90 degrees result is 1. For the pi 0. For the 3 pi by 2 -1. Like that we are substituting the different values from this branch. We are having the different images also. So now we will say in between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, definitely which is what? 1 1 function. So now again we will be sir just we can take pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 or we can take other branch. Yes, why not? We will take between 3 pi by 2 to 5 pi by 2 also. If you are taking this branch also, definitely the function is again 1 1. Okay, among this we can take any branch, not only pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Okay, and not only 3 pi by 2 to 5 pi by 2. Also we can take, remember, in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 also. See, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, I am taking here minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. If you are taking minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 like this one in a graph, yes. So pi minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, observe here, giving the different values or not. Suppose we are taking the graphical method also there now, to say the function is 1 Suppose we are drawing the parallel line, parallel to x-axis one of the straight line, it should be cut the graph at only one point. Yes or no? See, if we are taking any straight line here in between minus 1 to 1, which will cut the graph at only one point. Okay, so we can say here, remember, it is a 1 function. Okay, so suppose we are taking minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 also, the graph is giving, remember, I am going to say clearly, in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 also graph is giving what? The result is, it is 1 function. Okay, so means what I am going to say finally in this means, suppose we are taking the any interval, not only minus pi by 2 pi by 2, minus pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, okay, like that we are taking one of the interval here, one of the branch, so definitely which is giving what result is 1 function. Okay, so which is giving the result is 1 function here. So now we will take here, remember, we will take in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 only. Okay, we are taking the which branch we are taking here? Only minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This is the universal branch, that's why. Okay, so that I am taking the minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Clearly I am going to write here, I am not taking the other branches here, just I am taking here what? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay, by taking the minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, okay, here this branch is known as a principal value branch. It is a very important, remember, what is that? Principal value branch. Which branch we are going to say? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. In between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, definitely sign function is what? Giving the 1. Okay, so now we will write in place of this, I will write here in place of r, remember, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay, so if you are writing the in place of domain minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, in place of codomain minus 1 to 1, so then definitely sign function giving the result is what? It is 1 and onto also. Okay, so 1 and onto means the function is what? Bijective function. Okay, see, I will say this is the principal branch. Which is the principal branch here? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 is a principal value branch. Okay, so what is the sign function? Now we'll write sign function is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and what is the range of this? Minus 1 to 1. So this is the function I am going to say. It is clearly, it is a bijective function. It is a 1 and onto. Okay, and also the function which is 1 and onto, definitely that function is what? Bijective function, remember. Okay, so now this is the function I am going to see here, bijective function. If the function is bijective, yesterday I have already told, f is from a to b is bijective, then what happens? Exists for what? Inverse. How will write the inverse function? F inverse. Now we are going to interchange the place b to a. That's all. Okay, so similarly I will write here the sine function also, sine inverse x. This is the inverse trigonometric function, remember. Okay, sine inverse x from, now we are changing the places here, minus 1 to 1 to what? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay, this is nothing but inverse trigonometric function. Okay, remember the definition of the ITF is we have totally 6 trigonometric functions. Among that we are taking one of the trigonometric function, that is sine function we are taking here. Okay, so by taking the sine function, I will write this is the inverse trigonometric function. This is actually inverse sine function. Means trigonometric is nothing but sine. Inverse sine function. Okay, sir, how we are getting the inverse sine function here? Means remember, for the domain and for the codomain, just we have to restrict, okay, to get the function has a 1 and onto, so then it is a bijective. Finally we are having the inverse function. Okay, inverse trigonometric function. Once again I am going to repeat here what I am going to say finally in this inverse trigonometric function. Means Sir, suppose we are taking the graph of sine function here. Yes, this is the graph of sine function. Suppose we are taking this graph of sine function. So the domain is R to R. If the domain is R to R, domain and codomain is R to R, so definitely the function which not give the 1 1 and on 2. Okay, because the range of this sine function is actually -1 to 1, but we are taking the codomain is R, means range is not equal to codomain. Okay, if the range is not equal to codomain, remember that function is not a onto function. So with respect to the R to R, the function which is not onto function. So that's why in place of R, I am going to write here what the codomain is, we are taking -1 to 1. Okay, and whatever the position of this one domain means, again just we have to restrict the domain has -π/2 to π/2. You can take any interval here, but we are taking the -π/2 to π/2. See, in this definitely the values are not repeated. Yes or no? By taking -π/2 to -π/2 to π/2 here, the values which are not repeating means clearly we are observing the graph of this. Okay, so in between this, no one value which is going to repeat. Okay, which is giving the different values in the domain, having the different images in codomain. So now we will say in between -π/2 to π/2, definitely which is giving the result is what 1 1 also. So that's why I am taking, no need to get the confusion, sir, why we are taking in place of R -π/2 to π/2. Sir, whether it is the domain is -π/2 to π/2 for the sine function, no, domain of sine function is always R only. Okay, just we are taking to define the inverse trigonometric function, just we are taking the domain has one of the branch, that is -π/2 to π/2, and whatever the range of the sine function, that is -1 to 1. Okay, now this is the sine function which is going to say which is 1 1 and onto, and it is a bijective. If the function is bijective, which is exists for inverse, just we can replace the places like this. We are having the sine inverse. Okay, -1 to 1 and -π/2 to π/2. Okay, so this is the inverse trigonometric function concept. Okay, so now we have completed one of the part. Okay, so now I will say here what that means. If we are taking the graph of sine function, sir, whatever the graph of sine inverse function means, the graph of sine inverse function will be like this. Just it will be rotate. Okay, means like this. Okay, graph of the sine inverse function. This is the graph of the sine inverse function like this, means which is the totally in the y-axis. Okay, now see, and if we are observing the remaining functions also, like cos function was again cos inverse, again tan inverse, we know that the 6 trigonometric functions and whose what is that graphs also. Okay, in the 11th standard we have completed in the trigonometry. Yes or no? So just we have to write the inverse of that part. Okay, whatever the part, whatever the simplification, whatever the explanation I have given here for the sine function, so remaining also like that only. Okay, so just you will have to see the textbooks. There will be a total data present in that. Okay, what is the graph of the cos function also, like that you have to take. Okay, what is the graph of the tan function. So just I will write here, see the domain and what is the codomain of the means sine inverse, and after that cos inverse. Okay, and tan inverse, like that all the 6 trigonometric functions I will write the domain and range. Okay, so then we can start the questions. Okay, just I will rub this one. So these are this is the functions, all the 6 trigonometric functions are the inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, see this is the domain. Okay, and this is the range. Okay, so we know that all the values are known. Okay, in the 11th standard also we have completed. Actually this is the what is that, the range of the sine function. Yes or no? But in this inverse trigonometric function, that is the domain of the sine function. Okay, inverse trigonometric function. Okay, so like that these all are the actually ranges of the 6 trigonometric functions, but in this these all are we are taking what, these all are the domains of this inverse trigonometric function. And whatever this is the total part, it is the range. This is the very important. Okay, the range of sine inverse function is nothing but -π/2 to π/2. Range of cos inverse is close interval 0 to pi. Range of tan inverse is open interval -π/2 to π/2. Range of cot inverse is open interval 0 to pi. Okay, so like that we are taking the total 6 trigonometric inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, so please all of you copy this. This is very important. So depending upon this only we can continue the questions also. Okay, so see. Sir, sine, what is the range of sine inverse function? Means it is a closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay, the range is very important. Also we can say this is has the principal value branch, PVB. Remember, this is what principal value branch. Remember that. Okay. So the principal value branch is nothing but the range of sine inverse function. Okay, and range of cos inverse function, like that. So all of you remember all these. These all are actually known as range of these 6 inverse trigonometric functions. Also we can say the principal value branches of all these 6 inverse trigonometric functions. Sir, how we can remember this? Means it is a very easy to remember. See, I will say for you people how to remember. This is x axis, this is the y axis. Suppose we are taking the range of the sine inverse function, which is actually in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Sir, we know that this is the pi by 2, yes or 90 degrees, this is minus pi by 2. Okay, so which is in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This is the sine inverse range I am going to write, in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And next we are taking here tan inverse. By taking the tan inverse, which is actually minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, but at minus 90, at plus 90, means at 90 degrees sine is not defined, so that's why we are taking here open interval. Remember, so which is again in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, but where which is not defined, which is not defined at what, pi by 2, minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. That's why we are taking the open interval. For the sine inverse, closed interval. For the tan inverse, open interval. Okay, so then we have to check the cosecant inverse. See the cosecant inverse, again we are taking minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, means sine inverse, cosecant inverse, tan inverse, which are minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, but in the some values in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 which are not defined, so that's why in that place we have to take the open interval. That's all. Okay, so closed interval minus pi by 2 in between pi by 2 at 0 degrees, cosecant inverse is not defined. Okay, because of sine 0 is 0, but the reciprocal of that is again not defined. Yes or no? Reciprocal of that value is cosecant inverse value. So that's why cosecant 0 is not defined. So at 0 degrees, which is not defined. Okay. So that's why we are taking here minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, but in between, so at 0 degrees, which is not defined. Remember that. So in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, sine, cosecant and tan inverse, these three trigonometric functions will be there, and the remaining for cos inverse 0 to pi, this is the 0, this is pi, yes, 0 degrees, this is the pi. Okay, so now in between having the cos inverse, again by observing the cot inverse, this is the closed, this is the open interval, so this is the cot inverse, again in between 0 to pi, but 0 degrees, at 0 degrees at pi the cot is not defined, that's why we are taking the open. Again, what about the secant inverse? Secant inverse is like that, at 90 degrees secant is not defined. Okay, so that's why we are taking here open interval, but it is again what, in between 0 to pi only. This is the concept about the 6 inverse trigonometric function. Okay, all of you remember this 6, this was also known as a range of the 6 inverse trigonometric functions. Also the PVB means the principal value branches. Okay, so these are the very important, all of you remember like this. Okay, so in the next class we can continue the examples. Thank you.